goes, you don't know. I don't know. You haven't been hanging out. He's my friend. I've been hanging out with him for like, like 2 days. He's like, I don't know about that. I mean, we've been hanging out for like an hour, and he seems really cool. And he's like, he's not your deer, okay? What the fuck did you even call him? He's like, Dracula. You can't name a deer Dracula. What the hell are you talking about? He's like, why not? What's wrong with Dracula? And we cut to Mir Tulip stage. She goes, because it's stupid. You can't just name someone after a vampire. He goes, okay, well, how about Alan? Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. That's what you have to do. But now, my friends, we must go ahead and must transition over to my next review for tonight for Infinity Train Infinity Train Season 2, or Dolph Season 1, chat. The adventures of Tulip, Atticus, and 1-1 are over, but that does not mean the Infinity Train ends, chat. No, it goes on for, say with me now, infinity, chat. And this is one of those new stories, chat, but it's for a character you've seen before. Let me tell you, this is Infinity Train Season 2, Episode 1, The Black Market Car, chat. And who is this character that we're going to be falling for the next 10 episodes, chat? Oh, well, apparently, chat, they don't mind murdering people, because this episode opens up, chat, in a fucking forgery, like in a goddamn forge or something, chat, where people are making weapons and everything. And you got these little dwarves, chat, have been murdered. They've been stabbed, chat. They've been pickaxed to death. Their very pickaxes have been stabbed into their corporeal forms. This one little guy, he's like the last of the little dwarves, chat. He's like, nee! And he throws himself. He yeets himself at this mysterious figure, chat. But all she does, chat, is just use her chrome arm to beat him away. And he flies through the air, chat, and is impaled upon a wall. And who is this person, chat? Who is our titular protagonist for this season? Mir Tulip. MT. We originally saw her, chat, in the Chrome Car episode, chat, where Tulip, Atticus, the one when they venture into here, in order to get through the car, Tulip has to work with her mirror self, her Mir Tulip self, but this Mir Tulip betrays her. But the thing is, though, it's deeper than that. It just doesn't betray her for the sake of betraying. She wants to be free. She doesn't want to live in a car. She wants to have her own life, make her own decisions. That's all she's ever wanted. And so Tulip recognizes this and says, I want to help you. And they work together and they escape. However, chat, there is this secret police-like fascist organization, chat. They're called the Flex. And they chase down renegade reflections, chat, like MT, Mir Tulip. And their leader, one of the detectives working for this fascist police organization, chat, is voiced by Ben Mendelsohn. It's like, if you need a villain, you go to Ben Mendelsohn. He's he's in the top 5. He's like, all right, who are we gonna go with? Shit, all right, Ben Mendelsohn. We gotta go Ben Mendelsohn. That's the one. We can go with William Dafoe. You know, I mean, we can go with, oh Jesus, I mean, he's busy fucking doing all the other. Now fucking Ben Mendelsohn. He's the one we gotta go with. And they're chasing her down, chat. And she's been on the run. And she's got like, oh, I want to be my own person. I just want to be Tulip. And so she goes to this forge, chat, because she wants to make some modifications. She tears off her clothes, gives herself a new look, gets this like little black shirt, chat, gets these military-esque pants and things. She drills holes into her earlobes like she has earrings, chat. And then she's like, well, I don't want to have this hair anymore. I want to have just a chrome dome. Get it? Because she's made of chrome. And so she goes outside this one car, chat, and she shaves off her fucking hair over here until she's just got this slick head, chat, and she just spends her day. She has a little cool like black bracelet, chat, little beady black bracelet around her. So this is her new look, and it's voiced by Ashley Johnson, chat. And so she's going down. She's just going down through all this for months. She's been doing this for months. She's just going from car to car to car, traveling. She's a denizen. And unlike the passenger, she doesn't need to participate in all these little, activities. She can just go as she pleases. She had all these beings want to communicate. She's like, I'm good. I just want to be by myself. I want to be by myself and just deal with my own problem, not deal with your goddamn problems. Be me. And she goes through all these cars. It's a cool montage of things because we go to this one channel, like having a hoedown. It's the hoedown car chat. People are dancing, these little bunny rabbits are dancing, humping each other, making more little bunny rabbits. We go to the kaiju car. We see fucking King Kong and Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla and King Ghidorah just fucking going at it. She's trying to survive in this car. We go to all these other cars. She just comes to this next car chat. It's like, I don't know. It's like a fun little garden tea party flower car, right? And she goes in there and she hears a very familiar. Oh, no, actually. While she's going through, also when she's going through all these cars, she's also spraying all these mirrors, all these shiny objects, chat, because if she casts a reflection, then the Flex, then Ben Mendelsohn and his partner Steve, they can come and get her. They can literally come out of the ground, pop right out, and grab her and sand her down, chat, because when you're a renegade reflection, you have two choices. You either go to fucking jail, or at this point, we're just going to kill you. We're going to sand you down until you're nothing. Yeah, until you're non-existent. So it's tough for her. But she goes to this like little embroidery garden car, chat, hops out. She hears a very familiar voice. Hello, passenger. It's 1-1, chat. It's 1-1. And we learned in Revelations, chat, in episode 10 of season 1, the finale, he's the conductor. He's the conductor, chat. He found his mom. He's back inside his mom, chat. She's got a lot of heft. And he has started doing the typical duties that the conductor is obligated to do for the train, chat. The train does. We see this woman. This looks like to be a middle-aged woman, chat. She's woken up and she's watching this video of 1-1. He's explaining the rules. He's like, welcome to the train. Now, you're probably wondering why I've kidnapped you and why that we've tattooed a green holographic thing onto your hand. All this can be explained. 1-1's like, you're like negative one's like, you're doomed. You're doomed. He's like, no, you're not. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. But every person, every passenger on this train has problems, and you need to work out your problems. But you can also have assistance with this. There are many denizens of the train. We see like a clip of Randall, chat. We see a clip of Atticus. It's like acknowledging the events of the first film. All these people can assist you and join you on your adventures and make you work through all your problems. The train is not liable for any risk of injury and or death. And the video ends with that. It's like, because you can die in this train, chat, and we're gonna fucking see that later on in the season. There's some fucked up shit in this series, chat. But 1-1's like, yeah, you might die on here. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we are not allowed. We've kidnapped you. We definitely kidnapped you, but you'll be a better person for it. Nothing like trauma as a lesson learner. You're gonna do great. It's a great teacher. Trauma's a great teacher. And so she sees this shit, and she's like, Jesus, well, she remembers him, but doesn't want to go over, doesn't want to help this person. She's like, well, I'm not going to be just a denizen to help passengers. I'm going to live my own life. I'm my own person. And so she's going to the train shed, goes through this new train, the black market car, where it's all filled with giant Jabba the Hutts, like these giant slug guys, chat, the slug guys and slug gals. And all they want to do is just sling their jewels. It's like if you combine Jabba the Hutt with Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems, if that was one being, that's what these people would be. And so they're always saying, like, I'm going to come. They always make cum references. I don't need to see that. I need to see that with Adam Sandler. Now Jabba the Hutt, Adam Sandler, Slug Monsters say, I need to come. No fucking thank you. But they're all taking notice, chat, of MT, of Mere Tulip. And they're like, oh, you're so shiny. You're beautiful. You'd be worth a pretty penny. They have these tons. She's like, yeah, get away from me. But then he has this like little mirror thing looking at it. And she's like, oh, a mirror. She's like, oh, no. And she smashes the shit out of his hand and breaks it. But it's too late. Fucking Ben Mendelsohn and his buddy Steve, they come out of the fragments of the mirror. And they're like, hello, sliver. Which I think is a very derogatory term to call a renegade mirror person, chat. But that's what Ben Mendelsohn, he sounds almost like, again, if you want a bad guy, chat, there's so many people you could possibly go to, but you want Ben Mendelsohn, you want slimy salamander-esque villain with a growl and a slight lisp, that's who you go to is Ben Mendelsohn. He's like, hello, sliver. And they just fucking go, she's like, fucking leave me alone. And they just start chatting. They have these Sanders shit, like instead of guns, They have these giant arm sanders, and what it does is it goes on you, and it can fuck you up even if you have flesh. It can literally go in and just start ripping off your skin and meat and bone, just disintegrating you to nothing. It's like, holy shit! And they're trying to sand her down, but she's ducking and weaving, she's dodging and shit, and she's going through all these people are, hey, don't do that. And like she's like hops inside this slug. She's like, oh, you're inside me, and she comes out his butt. And then you know, Ben Mendelsohn and Steve, they go inside the guy. He's like, oh, this is too much. And they go outside to him, but she's kind of lost him. She's gone up she goes down this alleyway, and Ben Mendelsohn's like, you can't run from us forever, sliver. And she's like, fuck you, I can. And she's climbing up this fucking water pipe, Jay. He's like, there's nowhere to go. And she keeps climbing up. The water pipe falls on both of them. He's like, oh! He's like, we're not losing her again. And she hops up on the roof, Chad, and she's like hopping from building to building. And it's great. The black market car is like very gross and creepy. It's very reminiscent. It's like, imagine Blade Runner, Chad. Imagine Blade Runner if it was filled with Adam Sandler-like Jabba the Hutts. That's pretty much what this train car would be, Chad. Not a great place, but a wonderful aesthetic. A lot of colors, a lot of trash all over the place. A lot of just slug slime or cum. I don't know. Jism. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to project in the episode. I'm not trying to project anything, Chad. I'm just telling you what the episode is doing. All right, and so she fucking starts running, but then all these other reflective materials are still up there, and so they're popping up and they're grabbing her and shit, being the shutter. And Ben Mendelsohn, he just gets on top of her, Chad. He's like, it's end of the road, sliver. She's like, just fucking leave me alone. I just want to be my own person. He's like, you're not a person. You're nothing but a dirty fucking sliver. It's like, that's a hard R you're throwing on there, Ben Mendelsohn. But she fucking kicks him off, Chad. Falls on Steve and everything. Steve's like, I'm just trying to do my job. Like, he seems like the nicer of the two. He's like, Ben Mendelsohn's very much bad cop. Steve is very much good cop, but he's still doing a pretty shitty thing. Eventually, she jumps on top of this like these giant ornamental light shit. She's hopping from one to the other. Also, she's like extra heavy because she's made of chrome, and so she's like weighs probably like 250 pounds or something. So she's weighing down this, and but because the light is reflective, fucking Ben Mendelsohn pops up and slava, and he tries to stand her, but they both fall. Chat. Boom, they crash on each other, but he's all discombobulated. Steve goes down there, and she starts taking off run check, cuts all these alleyways, and she looks like she went through the fucking door. Like, God damn it. It's like, we're not going to lose her again. She goes through the door. She goes to this other door. Total stark conscious, this next car. It's like the autumn car. It's like the fall car. The entire thing has just like, it's like all these trees with these red, gold, and yellow and brownish leaves, and she sees right there in the smack dab in the middle of it just this thing. It's this huge giant forest. It's kind of like a forest car, and right there is just a fucking deer just eating some leaves. She's like, oh, deer! And she hides behind the deer. She hides behind the deer, Chat, and the deer's just like, all right. And it makes itself invisible. And she's like, what the hell? And Mace, so, you know, Ben Mendelsohn's character, that's his character's name is Mace, but I call him Ben Mendelsohn. Ben Mendelsohn and Steve, they enter the car. I say, wow, you dirty fucking sliver. And they're trying to find her. And he's like, you can't run forever, Sliver. We'll find you one day, and we'll ground you down into nothing. And Steve's like, oh, yeah, we'll get you. I sure hope so. I bet you we will. And he's like, so you want to go to the next car? He's like, no, your suit's compromised. Because they're not really, they wear like these weird fucked up white skin suits. Thank you so much. My Sawa, thank you for the follow. You're my new Huckleberry. Welcome to stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Currently reviewing Infinity Train Season 2, Episode 1, The Black Market Car. But we're no longer in the Black Market Car now. We're in a new car. But Ben Mendelsohn, he sees that Steve, no, your suit's compromised. We got to go back to the station. I'll back to the station to repair his suit because underneath, Chat, they're like these pinball things. They have these like these really derpy pinball heads, and they wear like these masks, like these all white masks, and they're like kind of like more skeletal and shit. But they have like this whole suit that they wear to make them, I guess, fit into our world, make them look more human, but they're still pretty creepy looking. They're the principal antagonists of this season right here. And he's like, oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, better get back to the station. You're right. Hey, I just want to say, you know, being on the case with you this past few months on this, you know, hunting down this sliver, as you say, it's been great. He's like, shut up. Like, I love the guys always trying to be Ben Mendelsohn's friend. Ben Mendelsohn's like, I am not fucking having it. How he gets his kick shot is hunting down dirty, rotten sliver. That's all he's want. But they leave the car. And the deer, like, masked MT, and turns back into a regular deer, and she's like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And the deer just kind of just keeps eating leaves and just looks at her and just doing that kind of. It's like she goes, well, pew, 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 handguns. I'll see you later. And she just starts walking. She's walking away, and she's like, wow, the car's so beautiful. The sunlight's coming in. It's a gorgeous-looking car. Tire forest beds covered in leaves. But then she's walking. She's dragging. The deer just go ahead and pokes her butt. She's like, hey, what are you doing? And the deer's like, just eating leaves and stuff. She's like, oh, you really like leaves, don't you? And you go, yeah. He's just eating leaves. She's like, okay, well, listen, I want to do this on my own. I'm just kind of traveling by myself. And, witness me, crispy actor. Thank you so much for the rain. Everybody on the dance floor. Rain, ba, ba, ba. Crispy actor, thank you so much. Welcome to stream. What were you playing? What were you doing? Tell me. Tell me now. Hey, now, Stranger Shoe, have a fantastic evening. Appreciate you. Wow, just in the middle of my review for Infinity Train. But the deer is just, it keeps out. Tulips is like, well, I appreciate all your help here. It's been great, but I gotta do this by myself. And the deer is just like, Tulip starts walking. The deer just starts nuzzling her hand and things. He's like, all right. I mean, you want to hang out? I guess I can hang out with you. You seem kind of cool. You seem kind of nice. And they just spend all this time. There's like a montage of Tulip just hanging out with this deer, Chad, like her first true friend, really, like outside of Tulip, which I don't even say his friend, really, just helped her. But they spend like 2 days together. And she just feeds him leaves and things, and he turns to different colors, and she talks about like her life, like, before I came here and everything, I was just a reflection, and all I did was I had to just copy my prime, everything they did all the time, but I had a chance to finally be free, and she helped me, and I'm just so glad. But these guys, the flecks, they keep coming after me, and I just want to live in peace. That's all I really want. And the deer just kind of like, just keeps eating and shit. And she's like, I don't know, I'm just so frustrated by this. I'm scared. And the deer just sits down next to her and puts his head in her lap. She's like, oh, you like head scratchy? She's like, yeah. And he's just scratching his head and stuff. Chat's like, oh, this is adorable. Great. Playing GTA and Epics. Nice. That's like a fun stream. So they spend all this time together, and eventually they're just hanging out, and we see that they even sleep together too, chat. Sleeps on his tummy. And one time she just wakes up and she's drooling when she sleeps. And she wakes up, oh, deer! And deer's just gone. She's looking for this deer shit all around. She's like, deer! And she hears this guy just laughing. She goes, what the hell? And she peeks through this bush, and she sees that this kid chap has put sunglasses on deer and is just taking fucking pictures of him. And she goes, and they cut to like Tulip's face like several times during this episode. She's always going, and she does not like people messing with her friend. She goes, what are you doing? What do you have on his face? And she goes, I just put sunglasses on my new buddy, Dracula. She goes, you put sunglasses on the deer? That's stupid. And he goes, no, it's not. It looks really cool. See? And he shows her the sunglasses and he has a reflection. She goes, she grabs the sunglasses. He's like, wait, what are you doing? He throws them the gun, starts smashing them, starts spraying them. And he goes, what was that? He's like, well, you shouldn't be messing with him, putting stuff on his face. He doesn't have to adhere to your whole reality, man. He could be by himself. He can make his own choices. And he goes, we've been hanging out, though. We've been hanging out, and it's been, like, really fun. And he didn't seem to mind the glasses at all. And he goes, you don't know. I don't know. You haven't been hanging out. He's my friend. I've been hanging out with him for like 2 days. He's like, I don't know about that. I mean, we've been hanging out for like an hour, and he seems really cool. And he's like, he's not your deer, okay? What the fuck did you even call him? He's like, Dracula. You can't name a deer Dracula. What the hell are you talking about? He's like, why not? What's wrong with Dracula? And we cut to Tulip. She goes, because it's stupid. You can't just name someone after a vampire. He goes, okay, well, how about Alan? And he says it just the way in Jurassic Park 3, where you have that deer, that velociraptor look at Dr. Alan Grant and says, Alan. I was like, I see what you did there. How about we call him Alan Dracula? And she's like, that is stupid. That is so stupid. And he goes, well, let's see. I'm going to ask the deer, hey, Alan Dracula, do you like the name Alan Dracula? And he opens his mouth and goes, yes, I do. See, he loves the name. By the way, my name's Jesse. She goes, I don't care what your name is, kid, whatever. And he goes, okay, well, I mean, what's your name? She goes, Tulip, you can call me empty. You can call me empty. It doesn't matter. I want to be with you right now. I just want to hang out with my dear friend. They're arguing back and forth. It's kind of funny. Like, Jesse seems like kind of like an aloof guy, seems to be like a fun guy and everything. They're going back and forth. Eventually, Alan Dracula, which is now his name, chat. That is his official fucking name. He just walks off. And they're like, oh shit, where did Alan Dracula go? And they're looking after him. She's like, dear, dear. And then Jesse's like, Alan Dracula. She's like, does not like that name. Eventually, they find him, and he's just kind of standing there, and they go, Alan Dracula, what's up? And he just falls through the force bed. They go, oh! And they run up, chat, and they see that he's like completely just static and just bouncing off. He can change his physical form, Chad. He can change different colors. He can grow taller. He can turn into any substance. Like, he's like a super powered deer. And he's just falling down this giant, apparently this forest, Chad, it's a giant tree. That's what it is. And they're just on one layer of this giant tree. And the deer just keeps falling down to the depths below. And they go, no, Alan Dracula. Tulip goes, and that, my friends, that is Infinity Train Season 2, Episode 1, The Black Market Car. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy this review, chat. It's a good one. Introduces some new characters, chat. The principal protagonist of the season, chat. Mir Tulip, Jesse, and Alan motherfucking Dracula. The MVP of the season, as we all know. Oh, my friends. Oh, my friends. But now, guys, we got to go ahead and get to playing some Sonic the Hedgehog.